really keen and wants to make something happen, I want to, help them up, back them up, help them to achieve it. Any tips, any, life experiences usually count very much. And it's really also I find that when I did mentoring uh for this was young students who were like 16, 15, 16, 17 years old. They wanted to decide what to do professionally speaking, whether to go to university or not. If you go to university, what to choose. And it's always very difficult, I find, for a young person to know what's it really going to be like when I'm working. You know, you you're told something when you're young, you see your parents, and but it's so difficult to know what is it really going to be like in the office, in the countryside, wherever I'm working, whatever I'm doing. What is it really like? I'm fixing a car. Um, what is it like? And it's actually tougher. Everything is tougher than it looks. Nothing is really as they make you think it is. So yeah, I love anything that has to do with mechanics. So cars, motorcycles, planes, boats, anything that moves. I loved it since I was a kid, and I would pay attention to it, and I would have the luxury of being able to go to car mechanics. To My father was a rally racer, so actually he won the region championship back before I was even born, um, a couple of years ago. And I love that. I had it in my blood, and I learned a lot from that. But that's the point, you even with AI nowadays, everything seems really easy, but it's so easy that it doesn't take an effort from you. If you don't put the effort on your brain and on actually trying things yourself, you actually don't really learn it. So when you're actually hands-on doing anything, any job, something as simple as washing the dishes. If you don't do that when you're young with your mother, and this is not explaining totally, I've seen some people washing the dishes, they were just running underwater and everything was still stuck there. It's like, come on, something so basic. Anything as basic as it may seem, just put your effort and try to do it well, in any profession. Even we find professions here. The city where I live in northern Spain has been called the cleanest city in like Europe because they wash the streets every day, and they employ a lot of people for cleaning the streets, for collecting the rubbish or garbage, if you speak the American English. And anyone who thinks about it is like, oh, I don't want to do that. But you know what? It's a very honorable job. You keeping the city clean, vermin free, thanks to all the hard work all night long, cleaning up all the streets, taking out all the rubbish. So to me, every and any profession is definitely respectable and worthy of praise as long as you put your maximum to doing it right. And that to me is the key. So that's why I'm going a long conversation already, Ochi. But the point is, Ochi and everyone listening, the point is that this is the conversation a little bit of what we were talking about. I'm really keen on teaching and on helping with whatever I can give, precisely because I've spent my life wanting to learn and I keep learning. Every day I learn from anyone around me. So yes, I would love to know a little bit about what the type of who's connecting, who's the people attending this, so that I can talk and say relevant things to the people here, because otherwise I may
Mm.
talk about car mechanics or about Qualoo mapping the quality of the internet in the world, and maybe people here are, I don't know, wanting to do just cleaning the streets. maybe I need to speak about something else. So it'd be good to know, what type of people, rough ages, experiences, what they want to do. I mean, a little bit about people here, if that's all right.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. Uh, and I think we all like when, people are just authentic and they're talking. Uh, uh, so
Like,
that entry is really good. Um, So my name is Matu. We can kick things off. I'm leading operations for a cohort for a number of founders. So we're calling it a founder support program. So we've been considered an incubator kind of operation. So the guys you're seeing here are founders running their startups. And for the next 2 months, we'll just be connecting with other founders who've had different experiences to let us know what they can share to make the journey at least, if not easier, just to make us aware of things to look out for, to at least make the path either shorter or more bearable, so to speak. Running a startup is really hard, and especially from this side of the world for us. So a good number of us are based in East Africa. I think apart from maybe David Machuche, who's in Tanzania, and maybe, I don't know if Pablo is in Kenya, but a good number of us are based in East Africa. And also a number of us, this would be the second or third startup. So for the next 2 months, we'll be together here, and we'd appreciate to learn from you in any way. So the age ranges here, most people are over 25, I believe. So a big number also from our community, from the Web3 Clubs community. These are seasoned or experienced builders. So I'll let each of them then just briefly let you know what they're building and their name. Just 1 minute, then we can kick off the session. So I think I'll start with Collins Hillary, and then we'll go to David Machucha next.
Thanks very much. This is very useful, so appreciate it.
Thank you, Alex. Hi, Eduardo.
Hi, how are you?
So,
Why
yeah,
is
so
nobody else on camera? I'm asking, wondering.
let me do that.
Yes, thank you guys,
Yeah.
because otherwise I'm talking to a name and it's just not so impersonal. Only if it's okay with you guys, but I mean, I thought we were kind of in a meeting, and when you're in a meeting, you're in the meeting. You know, this is
True.
one of the things actually about your business. If you're really involving yourself, you have to fully involve yourself. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
go all in. It's
True.
if you're in this meeting, then you should be in this meeting. If you're doing something else, then you're missing it. You know, it's just so anyway, I didn't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yep. So yeah, my name is Collins, working on a product called B-Pesa. So B-Pesa is basically a mobile money platform that allows you to send, receive, withdraw at an agent, make any payment to any business. But then what we are doing is we are leveraging the whole blockchain concept. So currently in Africa and Kenya, we have a product called M-Pesa. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have M-Pesa myself.
Ah, so what we are building is basically the next age of M-Pesa. So same operation, same UI and abstraction, but the logic behind the platform is completely crypto, from dealing with the different currencies, cross-border payments. We also leverage, we have an agentic network. So this means each and every single user within the infrastructure can act as a liquidity cash point. Yeah, so you can be able to withdraw into hard cash. If it's USD, Kenya shillings, basically wherever you are, with near zero transaction fees now, because you're dealing with stable coins, but the user doesn't know that. So it's fully abstracted. Yeah, so we are taking the bold move to see if we can either be a competitor to M-Pesa itself, or just bring in a new age of transactions. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So it's already working, and you already have clients, paying clients and all that stuff? What stage are you at?
Not yet. So currently we were finishing up on the testnet. So we were doing a couple of tests with the team, of course, at Web3 Clubs and some of close family and friends. So we are just doing cleanups. Then probably next week we go mainnet and start doing a bit of onboarding. But we've already talked to a couple of users and they're interested, and a couple of other businesses who feel like M-Pesa is limiting. And so we're trying to onboard also those guys.
Okay. All right, cool.
Right.
Cool. Thanks.
Machuche.
Next one.
Yeah, hi Eduardo. My name is David Machuche. Excuse me, I have a bit of flu today, but I'm based in Tanzania and we're building NetApay, and it's basically an all-in-one stablecoin platform for payments. This includes payment links, swaps, invoices, as well as sending and on-off ramping stablecoins to fiat. We currently support 10 plus local stablecoins. So this includes the USA, Nigeria, South Africa, Nigeria, Indonesia, and a couple more. And we enable off-ramps directly to mobile money and fiat in less than a minute, literally. We currently support USDC. We've just integrated USDT as well on a number of blockchains, including Scroll. And we are hoping to pretty much learn and get a lot of knowledge from guys like you that's been in the space, as well as potentially collaborate with other builders over here, such as BBS with Collins and a lot more. So yeah, happy to be here, and I've been familiar with the Web3 guys, Ochi and Matu, for a while now, and I'm excited for this as well.
Very good. Sorry that you're ill, but it doesn't look like it. So well done and keep it up. Is your project already working and already getting revenue?
Yeah. So we're already operating. We just released our beta. We just crossed the $10,000 volume mark, and we already started pretty much generating some volume. We just deployed our smart contract as well for protocol fees on swaps and payment links. So that was just literally a couple of days ago. So I think all is well so far.
All right. I want to go quickly through everyone, so I'm going to try not to ask many questions, but I'm always, one of the things that I always like to know is if you're already running, if it's beta, if you're just building up to it, and then, what sort of profit margin are you getting? Because it's one of the very important things about, monetizing your technology. It's you have to find your right product market fit and show your clients and show your business. How much does it cost you to run it? How much are you making per client? Cost of acquisition of clients? All of these things. I'll speak about it. But anyway, it's also why I'm asking you these questions. So anyway, let's continue.
Right. Dennis Kimathi.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Dennis Kimathi, currently building a product called Expendi. So ideally, it was inspired by how I was spending my money. And for starters, I would say I'm a crypto native user, and finding a way to manage how I'm spending my funds was a bit of a challenge compared to what other experience in the Web2 space fintech has. Like if you go to, let's say, banks, they have really good user experience. You can really track where all your assets are going, where you're spending your funds. It's super easy. But as a crypto user, I find it a challenge to do that, to really track if it's, let's say, how I'm doing my expenses. It's hard for me to really track that down. So that's why I was inspired to work on Expendi. I really improve the user experience for people who are really doing like zero-based budgeting using crypto only. I believe the infrastructure right now where we are with crypto has really matured, and we can actually implement that for crypto users as well. So that's why I'm building Expendi. Yeah.
Okay. Another question for everyone really is, have you guys studied, what have you guys studied, if anything at all? You know, have you gone to university or any other type of college education, or just school? I mean, what sort of level of education are we talking about here? Is everybody the same, or does this change? I don't know who can answer this.
Yeah. So I'd say most of the guys on this call have either gone through college or uni. Also, a good number of them have gone through Web3 clubs, developer cohorts, and several, and a good number also self-taught developers and entrepreneurs. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Awesome. Dunia yetu.
Hey, that's me. I'm also part of the NetPay team, so I think David did a proper introduction for all of us. I'll let the others
Awesome.
also contribute.
Awesome. All right. Gideon.
I didn't get him. I didn't understand. Well,
Oh yeah, he's saying he's part of the team with David Machuche, who just spoke.
okay. Okay, thanks.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, my name is Gideon Ketonga, and yeah, of course, I've been through university. I did maths and computer science at JKUAT University here, and we are building a blockchain cooperative. So we are we are modernizing cooperatives, of course, for the young generation. That's the young people want to modernize them. But as we do that, we are solving for governance within our circles, savings and credit cooperatives. That's what we call them here. And there are credit unions, maybe in places like the US, and there are mutuals in South America, in the Oceania area and stuff like that. So governance is a big issue here in Kenya. We've seen a lot of them collapse, and therefore we are leveraging smart contracts to automate some of their key processes and to solve some of their biggest problems. Some of their biggest problems is share trading. So we're making sure that their shares are able to trade. We are solving for guarantorship, so you don't have to know anybody to actually get a guarantee within the circle to get a loan. We are introducing a DAO for them, and of course, we are also introducing DeFi protocols to circles so that now they're able to transition from traditional finance to decentralized finance. So we have built our MVP solution, which is the share trading launchpad. We've done that. We've already done the guarantee pool models, and we have rolled these solutions out with our own circle. So we created our own circle and licensed it as part of the MVP to demonstrate our circle on-chain is able to run. So we have done that through BlockUp Circle. We have 207 members who have paid into the circle. So obviously we've made some money through that, and we're running that as a separate entity. We've also launched Blocks token, which is the share token for BlockUp Circle, so that we can be able to show that that is actually able to do that. And we are now developing the revenue model of how we are going to introduce these solutions to other circles. So we are speaking to other circles as we speak right now. So we're charging a setup fee of around, so we have two models. You can come in on a SaaS. So if you come up on a SaaS, we're basically using our solution. So we charge you a $5,000 setup fee, and then of course we charge you a 1% on every transaction that you actually do if you go for the share trading launchpad. If you want us to set you up, we charge you between $75,000 to $100,000, and then we do a build, operate, transfer kind of a contract with our clients. So on the circle side, we are pretty operating like any other circles. We understand what the commercials are, but of course on our B2B side of business, we need to learn a lot, and I think that's the reason why this call becomes very critical for us to be able to understand how we need to price, how we need to position, how do we work on client lifetime value, how do we make sure we're able to tie down our customers on contracts that generate good revenues for us moving forward and is able to cater for our cost. But with our own circle and operating our own circle, then we're able to see these cost structures that we need to build up on our revenue model as we move along. So looking forward to learning a lot from this. Thank you.
You've said a lot of very interesting things, and I like to see that you're already keeping in mind a lot of the difficulties, the costs, you've already built up a pricing structure. How many paying clients do you already have?
On our own circle, we have 207 people who are already paying, and they are saving with our circle alone. In terms of B2B clients, we are yet to onboard our first paying customer. So we are speaking to one of the largest circles in the country to onboard us. We have also some small circles that are willing to come on board, but we have not onboarded any circle except our own circle right now. So, but within our own circle, we have 207 clients who are paying.
Okay. And how did you work out the pricing? Because that's one of the key things that we need to learn about, right? And it's a very, very difficult thing to achieve. And there are lots of different options from even starting at a loss, because then you think that I mean, everything, I don't want to go too much into the reasoning now, because otherwise, I prefer everybody to, but it's really good that I'm knowing, that going into some of this detail will be useful for some of you guys, probably for everyone, because everyone needs to do pricing and selling. And you need to, usually someone who is building a project is quite techie minded, and when you're very techie minded, then you're not that commercially minded many times. Commercially, in terms of understanding that you're reaching product market fit, who your clients are, how to reach these clients, and then how much are they willing to pay, and how much can they pay. So these things are, and the pricing that you mentioned seems high at first. So I guess it depends on, what's behind it and who your target customers are, is a good pricing or not. That's why I was asking also who's already paying, because if it's already been, if some people are paying enough volume of clients, paying clients, and they're happy, that means that the pricing potentially could be okay, right? So
Yes. Yeah, so on the circle, we have two price points. We have the registration price point, where we charge 1,500 shillings per person to register to the circle. Then they pay a share capital of 19,500. That's the minimum to buy 150 share tokens. So how do we come up with the pricing? So we did a comparative analysis. What are other circles actually charging? And then we also based it on cost, on a cost basis. What's the cost of us running a circle successfully? So we have to cover basic cost, which means we have to pay our employees, and we have to pay for our systems and stuff like that. So 1,500 shillings marries very well into the projections that we did. So if we can get this number of people paying that, then that can be able to work. Then 19,500 shillings on the share capital, the 150 minimum share, 150 share tokens. Then we saw that is enough capital to actually match up our runway for a few months. So that was the basis, cost and comparative analysis, so that we are not undercutting. On the B2B side, Hawaii, we are charging $5,000. Again, we're also doing a comparative with the existing digital platforms. So there is nobody in the market who's providing an automated software solution, but we did it from a digital market. Then number two is the value. It's value-based. So how much money are we saving you by automating your solutions, and how much money are we making you? Because once we introduce the solutions to a circle, we're actually introducing new revenue streams to that particular circle. So we're saying, can we have a cut of your future cash flows today, so that we can be able to have this kind of solution? So that's how we are thinking about it. But of course, we are yet to test that on a B2B side. And once we test and speak to a lot of customers, then we'll see. But the ones that we've already spoke to, and the ones that we are in advanced stages, they are willing to pay even excess of $100,000 to actually have this kind of solutions within the circle, because they can see the kind of business model that is introduced to them. They're already spending money to attract young people, already spending money in marketing, in PR, and in all that, but they don't have products that speak to them. So we are giving them products that actually speak to these young people, so they can see the upside, and we are saying, let's have a share of that upside today. So that's how we're looking about it, but of course, we will test it as we move along.
excellent. I hope this is I like your thinking, and you've explained it very well. So I hope this, even though we spent a bit longer with him than originally thought, I think that could be helpful for pretty much everyone, because these are the basis of how to think about, each person's business, pricing model, strategy, the cost, what can be accepted. All of this is very, very important. So that's why I thought that it was a very good contribution from him to everyone. So I hope you guys liked it, and let's continue. Let's continue. Well done.
Thank you, Gideon. Next thing we have Licky.
Thank you, Madu. Is my audible clear?
Yes.
Hi,
Thank
Licky.
you. So my name is Licky Njeru. I'm the creator of Quest Panda. So first of all, I'm a computer science graduate. So we are building Quest Panda. It's a digital platform which is connecting content creators in Africa with small and growing brands. We saw a gap in the market whereby there are a lot of apps launched on a day-to-day basis, but they have no users. So we have created a platform whereby content creators come in and assist brands to market their products on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And at the end of the day, they earn some money. So we launched around 2 months ago. We have around 700 users on our app. We have established partnerships with partners like Valora, which is a Web3 wallet, are serving users in Africa. Yeah, that's about our project.
Very good, very good. Sounds very interesting. Okay, let's continue. I'm not going to ask too many questions to you
Awesome.
right now.
So
We'll continue.
that's Quest Panda, a product we're very interested to see how it goes. Gikenye Njuguna.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, first off, my name is Johnston Gikenya. I am a computer science student. Currently, I'm working on Miniland, which is a USDC saving wallet, helping users in emerging markets like Kenya and all over Africa to save in stablecoins like USDC and access credit using the USDC as collateral. So currently, we are already on mainnet, testing with a few users. Yeah, and we just want to hear more about the business side and how we can, launch our product into the real world. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Tim.
Guys, so hi Edward, my name is Tim. I'm a graphic designer by profession, a creative, self-taught developer, and also the founder of Bondly. So Bondly actually helps couples, friends, and coworkers create smart commitments, both emotional and financial, backed by blockchain. So the reason why I came up with Bondly was because I noticed that most relationships suffer due to accountability and compatibility. So for example, you can be really good friends, but you're not like really good business partners. So we have like a feature that usually measures the compatibility between you guys. Let's say if you're best friends and you want to venture into a business together, it shows how compatible you are based on your vision, your values, and everything backed by AI. Then later on, if you guys still want to continue and improve your bond and create milestones, smart agreements, you can continue. And every time you improve your bond, it lets you know. So that's mainly what Bondly does. We're still in testing stages. Had like around 30 plus people play the compatibility test because it actually works based on whether you guys are coupled, friends, roommates, co-workers, co-founders, etc. Yeah, so thanks.
Very interesting. And did you get inspired from or think about this working for dating apps or anything like that? Because if I'm understanding correctly,
it was actually
with that, right? Personality compatibility and other things, right? Is it?
Yeah, because actually mainly usually there's a research which was done. They say this is for marriages, like 4 things usually affects relationships. Let's say like family and friends, religion, finance, and whether you want kids or not. So that applies only to that in the compatibility test. That actually applies only to couples. But I took the same method and applied, generated like one for co-workers. There's a different one for like family and friends. So it actually tells you how compatible you are.
And does it work?
It also has smart agreements. Pardon?
Does it work? Have you tested it? How are you testing?
Yeah, we are on the testing stage. Yeah.
Okay.
So actually currently right now we also have like I guess around 12 users, but I haven't like advertised it yet. Just have like some of my friends who have been interested and they're like all want to join and try the test. But on the streets, like guys who have played the compatibility test because we are testing it are like around more or less 30. So I'm also planning to use that as like content on to show how, like say, to make people interested into like onboarding when they see people's reaction based on the compatibility test.
Okay, interesting. Several projects here are quite similar, but yours seems very different as well. Good. All right, let's continue.
Awesome. Pablo.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Pablo. I'm from Carbon Seek, and we're trying to make carbon credits available to everybody and every business. And how we do that, we're based in Sydney, Australia. So my partner is based in Sydney, Australia. And how we do that is by integrating with point of sale systems or ERPs. And we've started with low-hanging fruit receipts just to validate our offering to see what the response from the market would be. So we've integrated with Square, we've integrated Lightspeed, we've integrated PHP POS, and we have one customer, a butchery based in Sydney, Australia, that we've integrated with their Square instance. And we're now pulling all the receipts that they don't print, and we're generating carbon credits for them. We're currently generating these credits on the Scroll test chain. So that's where we've gotten so far. We've got one MVP. Our next milestone, which we're now focusing on this quarter, is we're integrating with a 5-star hotel in Kigali. And of course, we're starting with the receipts first. And then once that pilot is successful, we're then going to move into integrating with the rest of their renewable infrastructure. So they've got the biggest fleet of electric vehicles in Rwanda. So we're going to be trying to measure the emissions saved from use of that electric vehicle fleet. And here in Kenya, we're going to then on board when our MVP version 2 is ready with an eco business here in Nairobi. So I'm currently in Limuru, hence the huge jumper. It's quite cold here. I've got a background in finance. I've worked in South Africa and I've serviced clients mostly in the SADC region, that's Southern Africa Development. So Namibia, Botswana, Mozambique. But I moved back to Kenya and I'm trying to see how we can get this up and running. Yeah, sorry, that's Pablo from Carbon Seek.
That was very interesting. Another very interesting, different project. Are you being funded already?
Not yet. We decided to take the slow route and validate our product first. So at the moment, we're self-funding. Once we validate our product, so we shifted from our revenue model being to sell the carbon credits to providing a SaaS service where we make reporting on carbon emissions easier for any business. So the current hotel in Kigali is based on Oracle. So once we do that, we're hoping to expand within the hospitality sector. And so now our pricing is now based on, we've agreed on a small fee of $750 US per month. So we're hoping we can expand that to multiple hotels. So yeah, we will look for funding once we have, once we prove viability. We're a bit old school in that regard.
Very good. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, Eduardo, I think those are the builders here. The rest of the team is mostly admin, unless I've skipped someone. Yeah, so the floor is yours now.
Okay, I see
Take it away.
Safira and Mulandi. I don't think I heard them, but you said they don't look admin. They look like professional entrepreneurs to me from here.
Yes. In fact, let them go ahead and introduce themselves as well. We'll start with Safira.
Sana.
Eduardo, how are you doing? So
Hi,
my name
good,
is
thank you.
Finky Muma. I'm the co-founder of Sapira Tech. We are part of the management for the schoolhood, helping with mentorship together with reaching out to mentors. and
Yeah,
program
sorry.
alignment.
Can you start again with your name? I'm stuck on not having understood the game. The audio is a little bit so. So let's try again, please. Thanks.
Okay, fine. Just a moment. Yes, my name is Fane Kimuma. I am the co-founder of Sapphira Tech. We are part of the management in this school incubator, supporting with mentorship alignment together with program alignment as well. Yeah, and that's what we do. So on our end as Sapphira, we provide legal, financial, and growth strategy and advice to startups within the ecosystem.
Oh, good. All right, that's good. Always needed. Very good. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Vladi.
Thank you, Finn. Thank you, Finn. Also, we have Roslyn.
Rosalie. Oh, yes. She's not on camera yet. I don't know if she's listening to us or not.
Yeah, I think her camera has challenges, but her audio should be good.
Oh, hi everyone. So I was trying to fix my camera issue, but I can't. Hope you can hear me now. Yeah, so my name is Roslyn Munyiri, and I am in charge of event and community operations for the Kenya Scroll Node. So basically, I interact with all these cool developers, trying to make sure communications reach them on time, and yeah, just aligning everything with, for the operations. Thanks.
Okay.
Awesome. Then we have developer relations. Cecilia, go ahead.
Hi. Yes, my name is Cecilia Mulendi. I am the dev for this Scroll cohort. Other than that, I did study computer science, so I do mostly development. I'm also studying cryptography currently, and also a founder on the down low. But I'm not 25. I'm below 25, so we have a few people below 25. But other than that, I'm also very excited to interact with these builders. Interacting with the developers from these startups is very interesting so far. Yes, and nice to meet you.
Well, very nice to meet you. And thank you. And thank you, everyone. I'm understanding, as I'm understanding, everyone is remotely in a different place, right? Did you guys know each other already? All the builders?
Yeah, a number of us knew each other through community. I can see Licky, Finn, and maybe Dennis Kimathi are in the same location right now at our hub in Nairobi. But yeah, we now know each other more or less.
Okay. All right. Basically, I wanted this little intro from each one of you to also be useful for the rest if you hadn't interacted. If you've already interacted, maybe it's not that useful, but if you haven't, I think it could be useful. So, all right. I can't believe the time is already quite advanced. Before I dive into things, let me understand how this is going to go. Are we going to have another call another day as well, so we can go deeper into, particularly now that I know what everyone is doing roughly? I'm okay if you guys want to, keep interacting and more opportunities. I just don't know if this is your setup or not. I'm saying it because I do have a meeting at the top of the hour, so I will need to go. Usually if I leave a gap, I'm okay extending, but today it's actually an investor, so it's a very important call. I cannot move. So I know in less than 15 minutes I'm not going to be able to explain everything I would like to explain. So I wanted to, before I dive into it, to know, do I need to shorten it so I just do very quick something, whatever I can fit in just over 10 minutes? Or are we going to be able to have another call and where we can go deeper into things, or how's this going to play out?
Indeed. I think we can take this as part one, and then we'll have a part two when you're available next. I think Ochi will reach out so we can plan it out really well. So don't rush things. take your time with it as
Okay.
much as yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good. Thank you.
also, also, I think it was important that you hear out everyone. I think that improves even the quality of what you deliver. So yeah, we are very flexible with our schedule and happy to move things around to get
Okay.
the right, yeah.
All right, appreciate it. And I've seen some feedback from some of you guys there, which is good because I want to ensure that everyone is like on board. And you know what, I take these things very seriously, as you've already realized from the little I've said. Because I mean, an entrepreneur is usually all in with the idea. If you're really passionate about it, you are going to give it your all to make it a success. So ensuring that your steps are as good as possible within reason is good. It's very important. Having said that, we're all going to fail at some point in something. Something's going to go wrong always. This is also something very important to learn and realize and embrace it. You know, I've worked for many companies where they would be typically saying, oh my gosh, this is a terrible problem. It's a showstopper. And I hate that. You know, it's like, for me, someone to say this is a showstopper, I cannot do something, it's just kind of triggering me to think, how am I really going to make it work? Because if we thought about it properly from the start, we should be able to make it. Of course, we encounter things along the way, but usually I've been good at creating opportunities from these problems that other people think are showstoppers, are terrible problems that will not allow us to continue. Sometimes, if we're developing a certain product, oh, and this is terrible because nobody's buying this type of things. Well, maybe it's because this product doesn't exist yet, and by making it into the right thing, we may find a niche market that is actually going to make us succeed. And it's better to find your product market fit, your right market, your right space in the market, so that it's better to go to a small niche thing that doesn't have a lot of competition than to go into a red ocean. I don't know if you guys know the concept of red and blue ocean. It's I only see one nodding, so I'm going to explain it quickly. Red ocean is when you go to something that there are a lot of companies offering and there's a lot of competition. So it's like sharks fighting for it as red because of all the blood that's been drawn up from the fights to try to get your clients, because everybody's trying to get the same clients. Blue ocean is something new, something that nobody's done it. It's in a way is what Qualoo has done. We've created a new market. Nobody has ever decided to do something as crazy as mapping the quality of the internet in the entire world. So a few have tried to do little bits and pieces, and we've created a new thing. So there's no real competition. And this is key, and this is one of the key parts to start on, and it's so important that's why I want to start on this, even though it's not maybe exactly the right order, but it's something that I would like for every one of you to go, when we finish, to go back and think. For our next session, I'd like you to tell me a little bit more about why you think, because I've heard many of you say something that's very similar. And why do you think you're not competing against each other? Are you in a blue ocean, or are you have you got the right product market fit? Are you sure that what you're building, in the way you're building it, is exactly what your clients need? Do you know who your clients really are? How do you reach them? These questions are of the essence, are super important. Okay, so this is, an entrepreneur has to have two clear thoughts in their mind. One is, what am I building? Usually it's, oh, this tech, I love this tech. I love Web3. I love blockchain. I like that some of you are focusing on the smart contract side of things to maybe solve a different issue that could be more admin related or something different. A smart contract can have different uses, as we know. I think, I hope. If not, ask me and I'll explain. But apart from that, many people on a crypto, they just focus on exchanging or stuff like that. And there are many other uses. So sometimes when you realize that maybe there's too much competition here, but your tech is good, maybe you should focus on creating your product in a more specified towards a new type of client that's not a ton of, not in the middle of a red ocean or not too much competition. Okay, so with that thought in there, oh, maybe you guys want to know a little bit about me, I guess, since you guys all introduced yourselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's one founder who's not introduced himself, and that's you.
Who said that? Who said that? I don't see where the Kazan is coming from.
No, that's me. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm a little bit older than you guys, so my career is spanning a bit longer. So my first degree is computer engineering, as many of you here have said. Then I specialized in telecoms. And then my first job was Penanggal's Aerospace, so I did avionics. I'm also a pilot, but I'm a private pilot. I wanted to be a professional when I was very little, but it didn't quite work out. So basically, just on a private, leisurely self. So anyway, avionics was basically hardware, very low level software, and really we did something for the military and for civil aviation. So it was very, whenever anything has to go to the military, the specifications are really tough. So anyway, it was a huge shock. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it just out of university and to be put into something so crazy. And I had to design this entire software. And then I was leading the team. So the fact that I was put into something so difficult was actually good because your learning curve is tremendous. I remember going home for Christmas and carrying a ton of books. My luggage was basically books. At the time, it wasn't so easy to find information on the web. So it was books. So my point when saying this and emphasis on this is if you guys find something that's very difficult, don't give up. Is embrace it as another difficulty that's going to help you grow and be better, become better person by learning better person by understanding about yourself, your clients, your everything, right? So anyway, then I worked for Ericsson. I was actually writing the code for mobile phones. I was making mobile phones, and I kept growing very fast because I was loving it. And one of the things I really liked was people and teams. So soon I started managing a small team, then a bigger team. I ended up managing over 50 engineers in Ericsson in the UK and in Sweden. And anyway, I grew a lot. It was super technical, then more commercial, because as you start managing the platform, then you need to understand what your clients need. And then I started my first business. At first, just doing projects for Ericsson because when I left, they're like, no, you need to do that anyway. And then I moved on to recruitment. Again, has to do with people. And it has to do with, I had me a team. I knew exactly what each person could do. So when you're planning a project for like 8 to 10 months long, and you need to know each task and who can do what, and how you involve the different teams, the junior ones with the senior ones. The senior ones can get too, some of them, their egos are too big because they're so good and they have so much knowledge sometimes. So you have to balance everything, and they can get bored with someone who is too junior. So how you get them together, how you put the stars is actually very delicate and not easy. And anyway, then I moved on to working for an operator. I started working for an operator in a country. I got promoted to 13 countries. So I was managing the mobile business, an operator that offers voice, internet, mobile, and TV So I was managing all the mobile side for a business in 13 countries at first, which then bought 2 more properties and it was 15 countries. So then my understanding of the technology helped me monetize. How do we create more products to use more data, to use more of the technology we were deploying, basically, to just think outside the box. How can we make this technology that we already have, people use it in different ways? And then I became a consultant, and I was, on the one hand, helping operators fix their networks, fix their product market, oh my gosh, get the right product market fit. I'm just looking at the time. I was like, shoot, this is not looking good. Go-to-market strategy. And on the one hand, it was all telecoms related. And on the other, I was working with early and mid-stage startups on different things: telemedicine, pharmacy, aviation, education. So I've had many startups in parallel on both sides of the equation. So also in energy. So I've done a lot of different things, and from developing technology on a very techie side to the commercial models and monetizing. So just kind of, and all of that is what made me create Qualoo, particularly Keith and I together. Like, we wanted to say, internet is super important. It brings education to people, banking opportunities, basically. And even in first world, people think it's third world that doesn't get good internet. I mean, call it third, first, second world. It's just silly, really. And I landed in Mombasa, we had 5G. It was fantastic there on the airport. But then you go to remote areas, it's not so good. But then in the middle of London, we're getting dropped calls every day. It's crazy. So first world doesn't have good internet. Nobody has great internet, pretty much. So we wanted to put all of our knowledge of all these years helping operators everywhere. And that's why we created this project, and how we use DPing, decentralized physical infrastructure network, and all this stuff. So basically, we're getting together the startup knowledge, the telco knowledge, the Web3 knowledge, and the Web3 is in different ways. Of course, one of the obvious things is we want to do token, but before that, that's where you stop the token things. Like, we need to do it well. So many projects are launching a token just willy-nilly, just like that, and it's so difficult. Which projects have done it well and the token is keeping value or going up? It's just very, very few. And so we want to do that properly. So anyway, we're doing points first. The point is the idea is to reward people. But the other very important part of Web3 is the blockchain part, is all the data we're creating, we're putting on the blockchain. So nobody can say we're creating wrong data, or we're making it up, or we're getting a client who's paying us and then the data is changing and all of a sudden this operator looks really good in public. It's just, no, we're designing by design. It's just nobody can change the data, and then it's true, and we're bringing out the truth. Anyway, so the point is just to give you a bit of an idea of my roadmap, my experience. I've also done MBA, which also helps to understand, a master in business administration, how to monetize things and everything. And this is crazy because it brings us to the top of the hour. So I've pretty much said very little about what's important for you guys, which is a pity.
Yes. So no pressure, no pressure. Myself, Matu, and Safirata will get back at you on the next slot. I may have Keith here on Friday, so you can also align with him. So with that, I'll let you jump to your call, and then I'll talk to you in the background. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. It's a pleasure meeting you. Congratulations on what you're doing, and I hope I can help you guys in some way. I would love to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All the best.
Very grateful. All right.
Take care.